No Petticoats Here is a project which tells the stories of some remarkable women who lived during the First World War through song. The project has involved a year of research, during which time I've read countless books, made visits to museums and historic research centres. I've been in touch with the families of some of these remarkable women, as well as historians, authors and biographers. I've been really lucky to visit the Western Front and some of the sites of the First World War where these women carried out their work. On one occasion, I met with historian and author Patrick van Leen.
It's because they were such remarkable women and they have done such remarkable deeds that I wanted to save them from oblivion, because that was what was happening as they were working in a region where there were only soldiers. There were no civilians, there was nobody to remember them, because those soldiers, they came and went, or they got killed and they disappeared. So after the war there was nobody who knew about them anymore. There was nothing left. War was exclusive for men and not for women. Women had to be defended. They were not supposed to defend themselves. People who had risked their lives to save hundreds of soldiers in terrible circumstances, and had stayed here because they could have gone home after 6 months because they had signed up for 6 months. No, they stayed for years. Why did they do that? I wanted to know why exactly, and what drove them to do this.
As part of the project, I've put together an album of songs about these incredible women. Women I've written about include a teenage journalist who travelled to Albert on the Western Front in France on a bicycle and dressed up as a soldier, a French spy who worked for the British and gathered intelligence about the German army around the Lille area and set up a network of 60 agents, a female inventor whose fan was used to clear gas from the trenches on the Western Front, nurses who earned decorations for their work during the First World War, and female munitions workers, footballers who earned thousands of pounds for soldiers' charities during the war. I started No Petticoats Here wanting to commemorate the lives of women and visiting these thousands and thousands of graves of men from all nationalities, from many, many nationalities. It's a huge, chilling reminder that this is a war of men. It was men that spent their time on the Western Front, men that died here, men that lived and fought here. And it's incredibly unique and remarkable that this handful of women whose lives I've been researching managed to get to this position at the front line. It would have been so difficult for them to travel and to get here and to stay here to carry out the work that they did on the Western Front.
They all made a difference, and that I think is very important. They did make it. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to make something of their lives, and they did. It's not exactly the life they had dreamed of, probably, but it worked out, and they can all be very proud of what they achieved in those 4 years.